Okay, bros. We are here for your weekly NXT Fix, featuring the ever so popular Bro Ratings. Now, here's your host. Okay, bros, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson, and we're here for another episode of your weekly NXT Fix. So, we're here on Thursday, and on Thursdays, we wear yellow, and we're going to enjoy today's tasty beverage, which happens to be this A&W root beer. We're going old school, enjoying some nice root beer in the winter. Oh, nice. NXT weekly TV show from time to time is stellar. I mean, New Year's Evil, Halloween Havoc, the Great American Bash, they're putting on these mini takeovers. And NXT weekly TV sometimes has bangers of matches and just overall great episodes of TV. However, some weeks NXT TV pretty much falls flat. And that's just in the grand scheme of things. It's still an enjoyable show to watch, don't get me wrong, but this was one of those weeks where NXT just kind of hit that soft reset button, if you will. We're coming off of a big takeover Vengeance Day, and let's see what happened. So we open up NXT this week with Kyle O'Reilly's in-ring promo, and he's like, look, Adam, get your ass down here right now. I need to talk to you. We got to straighten out what's going on here. I mean, you know, I know we have this bond, but no matter what you say, I'm going to punch you in the face. Well, Roddy comes down, and Roddy Strong says, look, we're like brothers. Sometimes, you know, brothers get emotional and have disagreements, but, you know, we're the Undisputed Era, blah, blah, blah. Well, Finn Balor comes out, and he's like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted any of you. Adam Cole kicks me in the face, kicks you in the face. Kyle, you got to get in line because I want Adam Cole next. Well, sure enough, he gets jumped by Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy clear him off. Naturally, 6-man tag team match announced for later on tonight. So, that opening in-ring promo had to be done based on the ending of NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, but it was kind of just there. And the 6-man tag was pretty predictable. So, we're going to give that one a 6.5 on the Bro Ratings. Moving on, we had tag team action. Candice LeRae, Indi Hartwell versus Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Now, these 4 women are great, but this match happened last week. This was the semifinal Dusty Classic match. So, not sure why they were running it back. And there's nothing wrong with running a match back. Maybe a little too soon, my opinion. And the match, they just kept cutting to the back where this white van appears. Johnny Gargano, who was out there, he runs the back to look in the white van who's there, blah, blah, blah. And ends up finding Austin Theory all decked out in beach gear with his ankles tied together. Candice leaves the ring, leaving Indi Hartwell to get rolled up. A fantastic roll-up by Ember Moon, by the way, for the 1-2-3. Ember and Shotzi are your winners. They've now beat Candice and Indi Hartwell 2 weeks in a row. Nothing against the match. It was just the distraction of the white van and the stuff in the back that I did not care for. So with that being said, bros, we're going to give this one a 6.9 on the Bro Ratings. Moving on, Bronson Reed says, hey, Kushida, I really enjoyed your match at TakeOver, but I want my opportunity soon. And if we have to cross paths, then so be it. Well, Malcolm Bivens is back there, and he asks if Kushida's medically cleared for tonight. See what happens there. Next matchup, we had Ruff versus Isiah Swerve Scott. Love both of these competitors here. Pretty decent match. Kind of quick between the two. Ruff is bouncing on the ropes. Fantastic. I loved Swerve's new edge. And Ruff with the crucifix roll up for the 1-2-3. Surprise win by Ruff again. Love this guy. Can't say enough good things about him. Just wish they had a little more time here. See what happens. After the match, Swerve is pissed off, punches Ruff in the face, just beats him down, and that was that. So, with that being said, bros, we're going to give that one a 7.4 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we have Aliyah and Jessi Kamea of the Robert Stone brand versus Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter. Now, they're also talking about Xia Li and how Kacy and Kayden confronted Xia Li last week. Well, it was an okay tag team match between these two teams. Aliyah and Jessi Kamea are still kind of learning. They're not that great, but neither are Kacy and Kayden. But Kacy and Kayden do have some pretty cool tag team moves, including their finisher, which was a neck breaker, frog splash combo. They got the 1-2-3. They beat Aliyah and Jessi Kamea. And then, after the match, Xia Li is out there with Boa. And Kacy Catanzaro walks up to Xia Li. She's like, dude, what's going on? We've been friends, and now you've turned to the dark side, so to speak. And Xia Li takes Kacy's hand and marks it and says, next week, I will purge you. Believe she said purge. I don't know what that's all about, but hopefully, this, whatever her name was, Mingya or whatever it was, the face paint, crazy hair, dragon lady figure, hopefully she gets involved. They start a new tag team with Xia Li and her, and then we'll move on, and then I'll be all right with the story. But I digress. This match is going to get a 6.7 on the bro ratings. Moving on to our 1-minute figure review. This week, Shayna Baszler made her return to NXT, and this is the brand new Fan Takeover line. And what's cool about this, I mean, this is just released. Amazon exclusive elite figure. You got Shayna Baszler with her trademark towel around her neck, the NXT Women's Championship, interchangeable hands, the Queen of Spades outfit, brand new packaging showing the picture of the wrestler on the front along with the figure. And what's cool about this, they had the fans vote. As you can see, there was 3 choices here on the back. And the fans were able to vote, and they chose NXT April 17th, 2019. Shayna Baszler defeated Kairi Sane for one final time. That's what this entrance, this gear represents. Shayna Baszler returned to NXT TV tonight. So cool. Now, back to me. And we're back. Coming up next on NXT this week was the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy presentation by Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix introduces the 2 winners. First, she brings out MSK. And these guys are high-flying, they're full of energy, and they say, in 2 weeks, we're getting our tag team title shot against Oney Tui. Looking forward to that, no doubt. And this is almost not even a prediction anymore. This is a spoiler. Watch my takeover video. I called it. Your winners and new tag team champions are going to be MSK. Watch out for these guys. Pushed to the moon. And everybody loves it. And then Beth Phoenix brings out Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, making history, first ever women's tag team Dusty Rhodes Classic winners. Kudos to them. Dakota, Raquel absolutely deserve it. They are holding down the NXT women's division, along with Io Shirai, all the other ladies, and it was fantastic to see them win this tournament. And they were interrupted by an NXT return, a big NXT return. Shayna Baszler, former NXT Women's Champion. I mean, she held the title for damn near 2 years with that one Kairi Sane title win in between. Two-time Women's Champion. And Nia Jax, who was also in NXT. Not a NXT champion, but Shayna and Nia are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And they say, you know what? NXT is soft since we left and moved on to bigger and better things. Well, Dakota and Raquel say they're getting their title shot in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you got 2 big-time tag team title matches on NXT. Really looking forward to that show already. And what was really cool, Raquel Gonzalez, she goes, you know what? That boot there on the Dusty Rhodes Classic trophy, I'm going to take that boot and I'm going to shove that so far up your hole. It was kind of a inside joke. 2 weeks ago on Raw, Nia Jax hit the ring apron on a missed leg drop in a match against Lana and screamed, "Ow, my hole." So that's where that joke was coming from. I think they're really beating this joke into the ground. Anyway, what was great also was MSK and Beth Phoenix eating popcorn, sitting in the back, and they were just dying laughing when Raquel and Dakota were talking trash to Shayna and Nia. So really good in-ring segment here, setting up the title matches in 2 weeks. So with that being said, bros, we're going to give that one a 7.5 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we have a music video. That's right. Oh, baby. That's right. It's not going to be Grimes time, but we could be getting there soon down the road. For now, in this music video, Cameron Grimes is stacking money. He's going to the moon, and you can kiss his grits. Pretty interesting character. I'm really hoping they go a $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase route with Cameron Grimes here. Who knows? That would be a lot of fun, though. Up next matchup, we had Tyler Rust versus Kushida. Really impressed with Tyler Rust. Interesting submissions, good kicks, and Kushida. I think the world of Kushida, especially his best performance to date. Takeover, Johnny Gargano. They tore the house down. Don't forget about Kushida's prior Takeover match against Velveteen Dream, which was fantastic. This match was a little short for my liking, and in the end, Malcolm Bivens said, you know what, ring the bell, Tyler Rust. I don't want him getting hurt on that hoverboard lock. Didn't really care for the ending there. But we're going to give that match a 7.6 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we have LA Knight cutting a promo at his house. And the guy can talk, that's for sure. Can't wait to see him wrestle. Who knows, maybe there's big things to come from LA Knight, formerly known as Eli Drake. LA Knight in NXT could be good. And he ends his promo with saying this. Whose game is it? It's LA Knight's game. Now get out. Our next match, we have NXT Women's newcomer, Zoey Stark. I watched her compete in the Women's Dusty Rhodes Classic on 205 Live. She teamed up with Marina Shafir. I believe they lost to Ember and Shotzi in the first round. Well, Zoey Stark made an instant impact tonight on NXT. She was up against Valentina Feroz. Basic squash match, but a good squash match. Valentina got in a couple little things of offense. You know, judo throw, some forearms maybe. But Zoey Stark looked like a badass women's wrestler. So kudos to that. And her finisher, the flip over into the go to sleep, the knee to the face, was a great finisher. So impressed with Zoey Stark, that's for sure. We're going to give that match a 7.3 3 on the Bro ratings. Moving on, Karrion Kross and Scarlett are waiting for Mr. Santos to show up next week because time is not on his side anymore. And I believe that. I would be scared if I was Santos Escobar. Now we have your main event of the evening, Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch versus Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, Roddy Strong. Fantastic match between these 6 guys. Just not enough time. 8 matches are in-ring segments, far too much NXT. 7 is your max. Prefer even 6, but 8, way too much. Not enough time for these guys. Everything felt a little rushed. They went to a commercial break with 5 minutes left. Come on, unnecessary. Give us picture-in-picture on the main event, please. So, in the end of the match here, Balor was setting everything up. Balor kicked Dunne into the corner. Looked like he was going to go for the coup de grace, the stomp. As he was climbing up top, out of nowhere, we had Adam Cole, baby! Pushes Balor off the top rope, crashes down, knocks out the referee. And then Adam Cole goes to the outside, sees a prone Kyle O'Reilly, and picks him up and delivers a brainbuster right down on the steel steps. Looked absolutely brutal, took out Kyle O'Reilly from the match, and then Adam Cole disappears. Well, you got Danny Burch was then trying to give the tag team titles to Pete Dunne to smash Balor with. But Roddy Strong comes in and knees Danny Burch, grabs the title. Balor backs into Roddy, does an overhead Pele kick, takes out Roddy. The referee's just kind of coming to. Pete Dunne runs in there, picks up Balor, hits the bitter end for the 1-2-3. Pete Dunne and 1-2 win the match. Pete Dunne pins Finn Balor. Keep that in mind. Pete Dunne pins the NXT champion. But what's very important is after the match, we had the return of Adam Cole, baby! And he kicked Finn Balor right in the face, super kick to the face, and Adam Cole picks up the NXT championship. And he says, "This is mine." So now, we know what Adam Cole is after. This right here. Pretty great ending to NXT. Adam Cole has clearly lost it. Clearly has split up the Undisputed Era. Just like that, it is the end of an era. So, with that being said, bros, this match and the aftermath is going to get a 7.8 on the Bro rating. So that means that is your match of the night. We had 8 matches or in-ring segments, giving us an average Bro rating of 7.21. Not the greatest NXT weekly episode. Not horrible, though. Now, it's time for predictions. Next week, Karrion Kross versus Santos Escobar. Your winner will be, formerly known as El Hijo del Fantasma, Legado El del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, whatever you want to call him, will not win. He will get decimated by Karrion Kross. That's right, Karrion Kross. It won't be a complete squash match, though. Look out for Santos Escobar to get some cool offense in. Really looking forward to that match. So, there you have it. Kross, Santos Escobar, and then in 2 weeks, big-time tag team action. So, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below. And we will see you next week for NXT on Wednesday. Later, bros.